Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Rahmi Nissa Fajari and I'm an English student at Universitas Maritim Raja Ali Haji. In this video, I will explain to you about argumentative essay. So, before that, argumentative essay is a piece of writing that takes a stance on an issue. In a good argumentative essay, a writer attempts to persuade readers to understand and support their point of view about a topic by stating their reasoning and providing evidence. Now, is the characteristic of argumentative essay. The first one, argumentative essay, the introduction of argumentative essay is an attention grabber or hook, background information, and thesis statement. The second characteristic is the thesis statement is a part of your first paragraph. It is concise, one-sentence summary of your main point and claim. The third characteristic of argumentative essay is a typical argumentative essay comprises 3 or more paragraphs that explain the reasons why you support the thesis. The fourth characteristic of argumentative essay is counter-argument. Is an argument to refute earlier arguments and give way to the actual position. And the last characteristic of argumentative essay is conclusion. So, conclusion is to rephrasing the thesis statement, the major points, call to attention, or concluding remarks. Next is there are 3 main ways to structure an argumentative essay. The first one is classical. Present the main arguments, state your opinion, and do your best to convince the reader why your stance is the right one. Also called Aristotelian, this is the most popular strategy for making an argument because it's the most simple line of thinking to follow. It's effective when your audience doesn't have a lot of information or a strong opinion about your topic. It is as it outlines the facts clearly and consciously. The second way to structure an argumentative essay is called Rogerian. Present the problem, acknowledge the opposing side of the argument, state your point of view, and explain why yours is the most beneficial to the reader. This type of argument is effective for polarizing topics as it acknowledges both sides and presents the middle ground. And the last way to structure an argumentative essay is Tolmin. Present your claim, present grounds to back up that claim, and then justify that the grounds are linked to the claim. This type of argument is also effective for polarizing topics, but rather than present both sides, it presents one, hinging particularly on facts presented in a way that makes the claim difficult to argue with. Now is the introductory of my argumentative essay. The internet can be a good place to study, shop, play games, and chat with friends. Unfortunately, there are also predators, identity thieves, etc. who may be trying to hurt you online. To ensure online safety, you and your children should be aware of these dangers. Many children believe they know how to ensure online safety. However, there are many reasons why children are often at greater risk. They may not always consider the consequences of their actions, which can cause them to share too much information about themselves. Sometimes children are also special targets for obscenity, cyberbullying, online piracy, and also phishing. Now is the thesis statement of my argumentative essay. So my thesis statement is sometimes children are also special targets for obscenity, cyberbullying, piracy and also phishing. The topic of my thesis statement is internet. The controlling idea is children are also special targets for obscenity, cyberbullying, piracy, and also phishing. And the predictors are obscenity, cyberbullying, online piracy, and also phishing. Now back to my introductory paragraph. My topic sentence is: the internet can be a good place to study, shop, play games, and chat with friends. And the main idea is internet is a place to study, shop, play games, and chat with friends. Now is the body paragraph of my argumentative essay. First is obscenity. Obscenity is a legal term that applies to anything offensive to morals and is often equated with the term pornography. In the current era of openness, pornography is a very sexy issue. The information faucet, which was wide open after 1998, did not seem to have been wasted by the pornographic criminal network. The motives are quite diverse: business, sex crimes, economic exploitation, or trafficking in children. The internet contains a lot of content that you may not want your children to see, including pornography, violent content, and vulgar language. Therefore, internet security for minors must always be checked and monitored by their parents. Second is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a bullying that occurs online, often through instant messages, text messages, email, and social networks. Cyberbullies may be the same age as the victim, or they may be older. If the perpetrator is an adult, it is generally called cyberstalking or cyber harassment. The activities of today's teenagers on social media often make us shocked. To avoid children becoming perpetrators or victims of cyberbullying, parents are expected to apply positive discipline at home, spend more time together, watch their social interaction, recognize and help them develop their interests and talents. Next is still the body paragraph. Third is online piracy. According to Wikipedia, online piracy is the practice of downloading and distributing copyrighted content digitally without permission, such as music or software. The principle behind piracy has predated the creation of the internet, but its only popularity arose alongside the internet. In the online world, piracy refers to the illegal sharing of copyrighted material. This can include music, movies, TV shows, and software. Too many kids sharing files may seem like a no-brainer, but it can result in a set of penalties. And lastly, phishing. Phishing is a cybercrime in which a target or targets are contacted by email, telephone, or text message by someone posing as a legitimate institution to lure individuals into providing sensitive data such as personally identifiable information, banking and credit card details, and passwords. The information is then used to access important accounts and can result in identity theft and financial loss. Phishing is a type of scam where scammers try to trick you into revealing your personal information. Usually, it is related a website design to resemble that of a legitimate company. Next is the last paragraph of the argumentative essay, which is the concluding paragraph. To sum up everything that has been stated so far, the internet is much more anonymous than the real world. People can hide their identity and even pretend to be someone they really aren't. This sometimes poses a real danger to children and young people who are online. Online predators may try to lure children and teens into sexual conversations or even face-to-face contact. predators sometimes send obscene material or ask children to post pictures of themselves. Therefore, it is important to teach your children to be careful while surfing the internet. It is also very important for parents to limit your child's internet access perception. Now is the language features of argumentative essay. So the most common phrases used in argumentative essays are to start the essay. They usually use to start first of all, I think there is some mistake there. And then to the second phrases is next, moreover, and in addition. Next is for most important thing, they use most importantly or most important benefit. And for use example phrase, they use for example, like, for example, because of that. And then to the phrases to use in any case or in fact, they usually use whereas, on the contrary, however, even though, and actually. And for the phrases to say more complete, they say moreover, again, to, and are equally important. The phrases to say in other words, they usually say in other words is better, and keeping this in mind. So to the phrases they used to say according to or based on or referring to, they usually just say according to, referring to, and based on. And the last one, for the conclusion, they usually use the phrases like conclusion can be concluded briefly and briefly. Okay, that's all my video for today. That's all the explanation of argumentative essay. I hope this is useful. Thank you so much for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a good day, everyone.